Hey, it's Dan, and welcome back to Unified Gaming. So this is part 2 of the stream you might have saw a minute ago. I had a graphics update mid-stream and it completely just stopped everything working. So yeah, apologies about that, and we're going to get back into it. I will put a note back in Discord for those people that want to kind of carry on there. So yeah, apologies about that. But yeah, it's much smoother. And hopefully we don't have any more issues. We had a few technical issues tonight, more than I'd like. And it is somewhat frustrating, so I do appreciate that. You're at Asian. We're going to queue for Battlegrounds. And yeah, so... Oh, that was quick. Look at that. That was well fast. I love it when it's like that. But we're in the middle of a battleground. I'm just putting something on the channel too quickly. Just so I don't forget. There we go. Sorry about that. Oh, I ran out of stam. Ran out of stam. That was unfortunate there. Oh, invisibility potion. That is so annoying. There's run out of resource. Hey, you're at Sage. He managed to get into Snick so quick it was ridiculous. I went to finish him off with a curse streak and literally he had like an invisibility pot and it just dodged all of it. So annoying that was. Oh, you're at Sage. I also want to do a big thanks to Tate as well. He did join in the part of technical difficulties where like the stream went down because of the update, and he did give a donation. So yeah, big thanks to him. Big thanks to Var. But you know, no, big thanks to Tate for obviously his help and support. I did the update by the way, and it's like working fine. Like there's nothing wrong with it. They got the Master Sword and Shield they have, because they're spamming Heroic Slash, which gives them a big heal. Do a Spirit Ghost and makes him super tanky. Oh damn it, I fell off the edge. Yeah, that's the big weakness with sorcerers, by the way, is a lot of your skills are projectile based, which when people are low health they roll dodge heal, you can't hit them. You have to like get it preemptively like that, and it doesn't always let you line up easily. But you can see like that, just him rolling, he's like dodge, 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 and dodged 3 of my attacks. I got an assist for that. LP on my back bar, that was okay. Damper Magic, I think it is, top of my head. Just trying to think of it. I think it's called Damper Magic. It's a light armor shield. But yeah, I only have Healing Ward as my heal, which isn't the best. Now, if I was going to kind of do this properly, I would use Vigor. Vigor's just way better. 6k, 12k, this would just be better. So if we swap this for this, we would literally have more healing than we do currently. But it might be that we just have to do that, which everybody's using it. I've tried to make a more typical mag Sulk. But yeah, I'm going to do one more battleground or so because it is late where I am and I have to get up early because I'm going to view a car. So yeah, I need to be up like really early, which absolutely sucks. What kind of British car? Oh, no, it's I'm looking at a Vauxhall. Vauxhall Astra. It's called. Yeah, it's a light armor skill. It's in down here. There it is. I'm focusing more on kind of miles per gallon and efficiency. So it's a hatchback, 5-door, 1.6 litre. Miles per gallon is it's like 60 to 65 miles per gallon, which is pretty efficient. On like its pure eco mode, it's like 80 miles per gallon, but obviously that's just what the manufacturer says, so it's never that. King Louis goes, do you like the homogenization of stam mag, or are you more of a full mag stam type? I've made those charts which you might have saw earlier, like mag sork, stam sork, magplar, stamplar, because certain classes have certain playstyles. Like a mag sork clearly uses magicka skills to damage. The issue is that all of the heals in the game are typically magicka based, and they scale really favourably. They scale pretty favourably with sorry. He's like a dizzying swing AP, he is, isn't he? You get away from that. Oh, move this way, man. So yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people are kind of having to use magicka or stamina in order to be effective. This is what corrosive does for you guys. It now has worn off. See, that's what happens when corrosive goes off. As Flares is going, hitting 11k whips is not in BGs is not broken, it's balance. 11k whips are like insane. Yeah, so kind of going to the heals and stuff. Basically, magicka heals are, well, they're a magicka and they scaled really strong with spell damage and weapon damage, but they never used to factor weapon damage in. But now they do, and because stamina can stack weapon damage way higher than magicka can typically in medium armor, their heals are significantly higher, and they can use the off stat, which is magicka, which doesn't affect them because it's always utility. So they have access to like really big heals. I tried rolling, couldn't even roll, get the heal. It's pleasant. There isn't any time in the burst before DK. It is literally spam breath, spam breath, spam breath, whip. That's for like the big stack of whip. Or it's whip, 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 and then you wait for coag to be up. Yeah, the same thing. You're spamming a skill. But even with a frag proc, for example, even with a frag proc, the frag isn't hitting that high. 6k, and that's like a proc where it could hit, it couldn't hit. You know, I don't think I've hit anybody for like 11k on a frag. $8,600 crit. Well, it's not 2k more, it's like, that's 3,000 more almost. That's where my controller messed up there. I went to push my healer not in the VAR. I've never used my ult up. I used my ult as well. So annoying that is. Yeah, I normally hit people for 3k to 4k on a frag. The 3,400 that frag was. So yeah, that's what frags normally hit for. They don't hit for over 5k. It's rare they do. That was a 4k against that guy. Put it this way, this guy is level 60 and he is hitting me for, I think it's like 5k whips. Yeah, the guy's level 60 and he's hitting me 3,000 whips at level 60. Like, that is 60 CP, he hasn't even got proper gear. He's hitting as hard as that Nightblade who has proper gear. Like, that just shows you how much Flame Lash does. Or Molten Whip, sorry. But using this shield sock, by the way, route is not the best way of doing it. Well, it was Molten Whip he was using. I stood still in an area. I got locked in place because I didn't have any heals. And this is the issue Sorcerer has, by the way. It doesn't have any class heals that you can use if you don't use pets. So that was a 2k frag against that Nightblade. I really hope they give Boundless Storm snare immunity. That'd be really nice. So I don't have that big oh no heal which DKs have. Yeah, well, that's the issue. If I was going to use this properly, I would probably use the Twilight because there's no good heals for Magicka on a Sorcerer. Like when you compare it to other classes. So, for example, if you look at heals that I have access to, we have access to Twilight, which is a 10k tooltip. A DK splitter has access to chains, which is snare immunity. Major expedition. They also get a gap close, or they get a pull to you. They have them wings, which removes a snares, and it also reflects damage back, or it gives them damage reduction. You then also get snares. So everything you do snares the target. So you gain. Yeah, my Dark Convergence is 9.7k. You don't have any heals there. You got a heal here, that's it. There's no heals here. Yes, you have access to this, but this isn't consistent healing. Which then means you then have to use one of these. This is awful. But they absolutely gutted this for single use. But this is 9k over 5 seconds, or Vigor is 15,000 over 5 seconds. Like even at low health, this is significantly better. And it gives you armor. You could use this, which is 6,000 heal. When it's fully buffed, it's 10k heal. So like you don't have any heals on a sorcerer. That is the problem. So anytime you get low, you have to streak. Which is good. Like I don't have any issue with that. But the issue is that it really limits how you can build a character. Because you have to just like move around. Healers, I think healers and are very different. Splitter. Healers are kind of, I don't want to say monkey builds, but they're kind of builds in the sense that you don't have to do much because as long as you've got the heals up, it's really hard to die. Oh, you'll get some damage too, but you won't get loads. Like, you'd have to be stacking lots of hots. And his damage would be just coming from stealing kills with this, because this is very good. This is a really good way to get kills. And this is good too. But beyond that, you could literally use, and I've done it on tanks, so I've used a tank where I've got kills just because I'm using this. Because this is very, very good. And so if you can do it on a tank and that scales with health, heal will scale with damage, so heals will be better, this will be better. But I think that's the issue I see with Sulk. I'm using Tri-Potions route. I'll switch to my 1-bar Sulk. I don't have the ring on me, do I? I think I got rid of it. I did get rid of it. If we use the Twilight, it would fix a lot of the issues we have. But then it makes new issues. So it's kind of... It just feels like Sorcerer isn't in a good spot this patch. Magical Sorcerer, that is. Like, yes, I can kill people. Yes, I can fire outnumbered if I focus on kiting a lot more than just staying aggressive. But then it's really about picking targets when they're unbuffed or when they're not aware of it. Whereas on a Nightblade, you can just turn around and one-shot somebody quite easily. On a Warder, you can turn around and one-shot somebody on a Stamden. On a DK, you can turn around and one-shot them with a leap into whip, for example. That's like 15k damage. You know, that's a lot. That's half somebody's health. If you chuck in spin to win, you're pretty much at 20,000 damage in like 2 seconds. Yeah, a leap into a stacked whip is like 15,000 damage. Actually, where are you, Splitter? Let me fire. Oh, you in BGs. I think what a lot of people forget with DK is the leap. Their ultimates are very, very powerful. Like, very powerful. Take Flight, for example. If you use that, it is easy to get 20 to 30,000 tooltips without even trying. You know, that is higher than any other skill in the game. I will grab the Oaken Sword from here. This is what I want on here, by the way, to grab this. But yeah, you'll find that Sorcerer just struggles. A really good Sorcerer is Malcolm ESO and Pelican as well. They're both very good on Sulk, but even they, and like I say, Malcolm's probably one of the best Sulks I've seen in the game, period. And even he's like, it's not good at the moment. Because you get people low, they roll dodge heal. Like if I'm on a Nightblade and I get low health, I do that. 10,000 heal instantly. Like, that's a crit heal, but it's 10k. Like, you can't burst 10k in a second on the Sorcerer, and they dodge anything while you do it. I've not seen Haki at all. I don't even know who he is, Spezza. But I'm more than happy to have a look if you've got any like videos of him. Hiki. I don't know who Hiki. I've never heard of him. You see my controller's all like messed up too. Oh, it keeps spinning. It does. That controller drift is really annoying. I don't. It's getting really bad. Oh, one second, let me. I really notice it when I'm like trying to look uphill. That Warden hill absolutely saved that guy's life. Yeah, wait a second, let me just a bit of a bang. Sorry, my controller's like messed up, as you can, like really bad. Lean into the drift. I'll look at leaderboards in a sec. Like it's really noticeable when you change elevation. Stupid warden. I went to roll that. The Beatles got me though. That was a good Beatles. I wouldn't say he's a broken build, but that's just a sort of running away and streaking. But I almost did half his health in like 1 second. Nightblades are strong, really strong. I'm pushing my potion, by the way. Look at all those dots on me, that is absolutely disgusting. Yeah, it's just all the dots. How much do the dots do? Yeah, I couldn't get rid of the dots. Yeah, I'll look at the leaderboards in a sec. It's all the snare and the crowd control. Oh, he's got Blight Seed on. It's Stamden's. I still hate fighting DKs. I'd rather fight a Stamden than a DK, because a Stamden you can counter. But a DK, when they're in corrosive, you can't do F all. You might just sit there and tickle them. He's very, very quick, isn't he? Ah, that controller drift is really bad. You can cut corrosive DKs, but when they have it up 80% of the fight, which you know is easily achieved, you get like 3 to 5 second windows to try and burst 30,000 health when they can do 10 to 15 plus hills with one button. It's nearly impossible. Maybe with Beam. I'll go kill him quickly. Husk. I don't know why he's using Relic and PV. Oh, that controller drift is freaking annoying. Oh. He's got a lot of heals in that circle there. You can see how many dots they have. It is actually disgusting. Yeah, that I need to sort this out. Can't. Yeah, I need to. 1 second. I can't rotate fully. It's really annoying. Because it keeps spinning up when I turn left. Yeah, so I push left and it goes like that. It drifts up. Oh, I need to get a new controller again, which is really frustrating. So much healing. How much healing to that purple group? There's a big Arctic hill there. That was big Arctic hill. And there's a good stun as well. Your race against time is great. It's bar space on some of them. When I play on my Warden, I use Bird of Prey, which has the same thing basically. Yeah, Warden has Bird of Prey, which is really good. So he did it again. I didn't look up, he looked up. Maybe we'll be 1 sec. Can we crop some? I got the other one. It is damaged, but it's not as bad as this, I don't think. This is the other one, but there's one I need to return. I didn't want to use it because it's got chips and stuff on it. So we'll try this one, but you'll see this is the other one. There's no drift on it, which is really good, but it's came and it's slightly damaged, the shell. Yeah. So the roll discounter works absolutely fine on that one, but it's got marks, so I can't use it. So that was the one that is having to go back, sadly, because that was the one that's all scuffed. even though it's a brand new device, so I can't play with it properly. And I'm forced to use the broken one. There, look, that's the drift. With the drift again, it's really bad. So yeah, I'm going to order another one and try and get one that's not broke this time to come ready for next week. BG's is ready. I'll look at the leaderboard with the Sex Pleasure. But it's really hard to fight someone when you're like you're fighting the game itself, because it's not doing that. Also, my my rotation's slowed down. It's not normally this slow. Oh no, it is buggered. I've got a return already issued on Amazon, and the other one I've also flagged as well because it's come damaged. Go to flagged games. Yep. Do you mean that guy?
May Oriel guide us.
I had my things like it turned off, by the way, which I've put back on, so it should help. Oh, first come on. I'm trying to stop him from stealing the stuff. Flames of Oblivion, 5k each hit, that's mad. That did though, that did a good amount of damage, that. I don't know if you saw that DK burst over there. That's why people don't like DKs. This is just... Literally, this is the problem with this whole mode. It just, that green team, 2 kills. And look, he's just run back again. He has. I won't be able to burst him when he's sprinting away. Like honestly, these BG weekends are terrible. Like, literally, he just. I didn't mean to roll off the edge there. That's unfortunate. Literally, that is so stupid, that match. So freaking stupid. I don't. So that DK there, he did 1.1 million damage in against. Were they just healers? Yeah, they had a healer there, healer there, healer there. So the red team was a team of healers. And the purple team were Sulks just sprinting and streaking to take the relic. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. I will put some feedback in. Like, I think if you don't like it, you're gonna have to put feedback on the in-game thing or just on the forums. But that is ridiculous. And like, the fact you can't pick anything else is really frustrating. Sage said he's done the same. Splezza, that is not high MMR. I'm sorry to say, if you think that's high MMR, we have a very different definition. That is a very different definition of what high MMR is, in my opinion. Like, there wasn't anybody that was doing burst combos. There wasn't anybody that was roll dodge cancelling, or people that were, you know, doing hot blocking. So, for example, like where they do like doing that. It was just full of people that, and they are playing the objective. But oh, MMR is this like myth that SOS has for about Battlegrounds, where they rank you based on your matchmaking rank, which apparently they have for all characters, but they don't tell people what their matchmaking rank is or how that gets increased or decreased. And yeah, but they do have one for Tales of Tribute, which is the card game. But the idea is that you should be matched against people with similar ability. There'll be the odd occasion where you're not, but the Battlegrounds will vary wildly from like two extremes to you are like God against everybody else, and everybody else is just, you want to say important, and nobody dies because it's just a tank fest because people actually have proper builds. Nomad says it's more you win the more you play against people who only win. I think it is based on just how much you play, in all honesty. So from what I've seen, is because I've switched between lots of characters. Oh, Splezza's here. Ruski, he's alright. He's decent, DK. Oxy's decent. So Spleza is on a DK. Now I think there's some latency between the stream and the thing, so hopefully he can't use that massively. He is a red, so he's going to be coming this way. He's in corrosive already. Oh, that warden spam, that was nasty, that was. The warden hit me with the polar wind.
We must get the relic back.
I don't know if you saw that DK had a 16k heal. It's freaking ridiculous, that is. So I know in that group I don't have the resistance. Can I CC break that? No, I couldn't CC break that. I literally sat there. Yeah, that was annoying. That was. It's the Arctic Blast. Arctic Blast is annoying. These because it's hard to execute people, and Coag is annoying. Those are two things I think are the strongest this game so far. This patch. So he's using his corrosive. So corrosive. That was a big whip there, wasn't it? Did they literally just run the relic? They did, didn't they? They ran the relics. You literally just have people sprinting to run the relics. That's mad, that is. I still had a stamp to roll dodge away. When we come to you, Spleza, I'll queue for another one, by the way. But yeah, it's literally like this thing is terrible. Yeah, Sage thinks the Arctic animation's bugged, that you can't break it until the animation plays. Yeah, it could be that. I don't know, there was definitely when I dropped off the ledge and I was hit with the Arctic and I tried to CC break and I'm pushing it and it's just not doing anything. If you queue again, Spledge, you'll probably get back in. Oh, Merlin's in there. Got a Merlin. I don't think I wouldn't say Warden's broken. I think DK is worse. I still do. Let me see what you hit me for. You hit me for it was a hard whip. It was. Yeah, the whip was 8k, almost 7.3k. And your chain unrendered and grip 5,000, and that's free to cast, by the way. Doesn't do anything. Costs you no magicka. Dawnbreaker 10k, Deep Fisher 6k, Whip 6k. If you look at my damage, like the Whip's the highest thing up there every time. I think it's very close, but it's in different ways. Oh look, they've literally just sprinted. Ah, see, you know, talk about a leap into whip combo. A leap, 8,000, whip, 6,000, 14,000 damage instantly. That's what I'm on about. I don't say nerf for things that kill me. That doesn't bother me. If I think something's strong, I say it's strong. DK's objectively strong. Nightblade's objectively strong. Like, I think Nightblade's strong. That needs adjusting. Look at that. It's constant. Like, it is actually constant. Like, nobody's wanting to fight. You see that burst ult? There comes a big whip there. Well, that whip, did you see how big that was? How big was that? That was huge. Oh, is it Coagon? That is a nasty, nasty. Oh, let me pop down here. Did you couldn't see Z break it? So, leap, 10k, whip, 6k, 16,000 plus 1 oblivion, which is average 3, 19,000 damage at once. That's what I'm saying. If you get it right, DK has a look, because you can't roll the snare from leap, so you still get hit by it, and then you get stunned. It's a really awkward animation. It's really annoying as well. I'm on a Nightblade, but you have obviously defense with Undeath. Warden's blocked a lot. So a lot of Warden's defensive active. As you saw like there, it was... Saw that kill, that Sork. Oh, let me move away from that. That's death down there. I can't freaking catch him. Yes, I'm a vampire. So for context, I'm spamming bursters at the moment to stay alive. And it's literally just how much damage a DK does. PCNA 0. An assist, that's all keeps stealing my kills. They pop up here? No, they're not. It's literally constant, that purple team. Yeah, you know, it's just like, can you just like report people for doing that? It really ruins PvP. Splezzer is like, right, that as a vampire you take more fire damage, 100%. But when you average it out, you get more mitigation upon undeath. So this is up to 13% at stage 3. So you take 13% more damage, but when you're below half health, 50%, you want 15% mitigation. So it's a net positive. So from about 60% downwards, this being a vampire is better than not being a vampire for defense, even against fire damage, which is why I use it. But yeah, they had some big whips in that match. 9k there, that's a big one. Leap 11,500. Does not even take flight either. 10k whip there, 10k leap there, 8k leap there. And yeah, so that's the point I'm getting at, is DK does have burst if you build into it. So the guy was using Sea Serpents and Rallying Cry, it looked like. Which makes sense, because it's a really good set. Both of them. But it's really interesting seeing how many people just run and they don't even fight. Like, they're literally just running back and forward. Where is Splezzer as well? He went to fight, didn't he? I think he's in battle. Yeah, he's in Battlegrounds. But it definitely feels like I have the biggest issue against DKs. Ward and Burst I can kind of survive because you can dodge it. Whereas with DKs it's fossilized and you're locked in place, and it gets you through roll dodge, so it's really, really good. I'm putting a poll up to see what you think. Do you guys like the events? So if you don't know what I'm referring to, it's this. Solo PvP, capture the relic. Level 50 players, which are designed to grouped, and it's always capture the relic. There's nothing else. Zero's going, no, it sucks. Just love it. Just, yep, nope, sucks. Love Tate. Tate going, the BG weekend sucks. Capture relic nonsense. I think Kev's got a good point that there's not enough benefit to it, which I would agree. There's not a lot of benefit to doing this mode. You also have, and in some ways it's good, in some ways it's bad, but it's good that you kind of get people that can specialize for it, in that I'm going to run this type of build, but it's very awkward. Because, like, if you know it's capture the relic, for example, yeah, you are going to run builds that are very fast. Coward's Gear, Floyd's Legacy, I think it's called. Flanking Strategist is another good one. Wild Hunts, for example. You know, if it was me and I was going to play the objective, I would use Vampire Stage 4 and Wild Hunt. Vampire Stage 4 gives you invisibility when you sprint. Use Wild Hunt, which gives you 45% movement speed when you're out of combat. And obviously you won't be in combat because you're invisible. And sprint gives you 50% movement speed, so you'll be sprinting at full speed. Does precognition able to counter fossilized? Precognition. Are you thinking of the Sigil Order one? The Race Against Time. Race Against Time will temporarily from the immobilize, but not the stun. So any like hard stun, so like fossilize, rune cage for example, Aurora Javelin will always stun you if you're not blocking. I think the rewards just should be, if you go to the Endeavour place, should just be this stuff. Like this stuff is perfect. Because this literally is a rolling cosmetic shop that just changes every month. So all you need to do is give people Endeavours just for doing the event. And that they can buy whatever they want. You want to buy this, you earn the Endeavours to buy it. Rather than just giving bonus AP, which is terrible. Splendor's going Beam Templars are so broken. Yeah, they're strong. I'd say Beam's very strong as a skill, it needs changing. Coagulating Blood needs a probably 50% nerf, it's really strong. You then have Arctic Blast. This stun defensively is really annoying. The ultimate, oh yeah, yes, sorry, the Psijic ult, if you are inside it, you can cast it when you're CC stunned. It's not worth it though, in all honesty, because you lose so much killing power without an offensive ult. And often they will just stun you on the other side of it anyway. So what will normally happen is you'll do it and it'll like roll you back 3 seconds. And then they just turn around and just fossilize you again. So you're back to square one without any kind of any respite. There are situations where yes, it would have helped, but it's not perfect. Yeah, Kev going the Endeavour points for cosmetics is a good idea. I wouldn't say it's the best CC in the game, Splezzer. I think you need to look at what CCs do. I would say it's the best defensive CC in the game by far. No. As a defensive skill, it is probably one of the best skills in the game because it stuns and it heals. So if you're low health... Hey, it's Merlin. Sometimes that's the bug with the skill though, like Vampire Stun's the same. If you get hit with a Vampire Stun, it's really annoying. I've asked Merlin if he can just snare our base, because look, they've just gone already. Look, see. Oh, he roll dodged that. That's unfortunate. Go on, Merlin, don't die. Good old Merlin, what a lad. He stole my kills, but yeah, well done. Yeah, I told him to use Torx Pat. He asked me the other day.
By the scales of Akatosh, they have the relic! Hold that relic tight!
That snare on Bubble's annoying.
We did it! We've taken the relic!
Phoenix there, that was a good Phoenix there.
Yield no more! They've taken the relic! Shields at the ready! Protect the relic! We captured the relic!
There we go.
Scales of Akatosh, they have the relic!
Spencer, have I ever thought about doing a horror movie, well, sort of narrator? I haven't. I think my voice, obviously with teaching, I teach special needs children. You have to be quite dynamic with your voice because it's a bit boring if you just talk monotone. And oh sure, and also the accent helps. Which Kev? But how the hell did you get? I've never seen anybody go down there. That leap did it. Yeah, 680. 10k damage there. I told you that a leap is really good because you can't. It's really annoying to fight against. As Bethesda says, there's a couple guys with the same accent as you. Yeah, the British accent's kind of quite good for horror and stuff. A lot of damage there.
Hold that relic tight!
I think I executed that.
Relic back!
Someone's spamming beam. Look how much that beam did. That's disgusting. Can't get up there because. Yeah, stunned. Better at Mercer Lock. I wonder what that was. Yeah, you're right, Elf. So I didn't get so high. That was a big leap there. Did you see that leap there? I'm pushing hills, and oh, there they are. Oh. Leap. Batman would suck without Alfred's. Yeah, 100%. What's a good method to increase your critical chances? Using a crit set, in all honesty. A lot of tanky people in this match though, loads of tanky people. Yeah, you'd have to use a thing. But yeah, I don't like these events. They
They have captured the relic.
I need to have snare removal on this. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes much more sense, Elf. That was a 10k leap, but I couldn't move because of the leap snare. And then that, like, if you see the snare on leap, it is really disgusting.
We must yield no more. They've taken the relic.
They're trying to get rid of that purple guy because he's literally coming in vampire ult just to steal the relic. And it's obviously annoying because you don't have enough burst to kill him. Like they're on 50k health, but you just can't burst it.
They have captured the relic.
My health bar is so low. There. Yeah, I need to put a snare removal on this. There's a lot of snares in this match, and I just can't move quickly, which is how I stay alive. Like,
Let's get that relic back.
I'd roll him to leap. The leap into breath is a good combo. That snare, look at that. The snare's horrible, that is.
They have captured the relic.
Yeah.
No more. They've taken the relic.
1.8 million damage all the dots. So, yeah, we need to put a snare removal on. So I'm going to have to drop a skill, which is to, like, with using Oaken Soul, we don't have that luxury. But without having the snare immunity, like, we are just getting the locked down way too much. Using Winterborn, that's good. But yeah, no, I'm curious to see what people think of the oh, but yeah, basically everybody said it's terrible. So yeah, the event doesn't seem too popular. Where's Splezzo? Splezzo wanted to fight, didn't he, earlier? He's in BGs. Yeah, I can see Sea Serpent's becoming quite a popular mythic. But damage, like, really, really good. And it's something that we could possibly look at getting, but I just haven't had the chance to farm it. Sorry. This will have to be my last BG, I think, because it's 1 o'clock in the morning here. I said I do need to see that car. But yeah, I think these events are not great. So kind of, is it any good? Is kind of the aim of the stream, and I don't think these events are good. I think they're pretty crap. And Manta gave me some food, which is really helpful. That was. I can try and duel after, if I have time, but it is very, very late here. I just hate seeing the whole sorry, capture the relic mode every single time. He's a Polar Wind, yes. Polar Wind is very, very good. Yeah, this has just got focus there. Yeah, I think Kev is right that the main focus. Oh wait, ferocious leap. Dawnbreaker in the leap. Yeah, Polar Wind, I don't know if you've seen what it does. It's the other Morph of Arctic. When you heal yourself, you heal an ally, and it gives you a big heal over time for like 20 seconds. It's really good. $55, 58k health. We're just gonna leave that guy. It's just pointless. They pushed my hill there. That was mad today. This is how you know when a class is strong, by the way. DK, 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 Warden, DK. Like most classes in this match are actually DKs. Oh, that's right, Root. If you get any other questions, I do have a Discord, which I will link shortly. He's just running away, isn't he? There, got him. Trying too much for casual players has dumbed. Yeah, 100%. It's just mad, like absolutely mad. That is because you're trying to. My thing did the same. I had to actually reload it, elf. But you're trying to burst people, and they just can heal so much. But they can heal so much so quick. And then cross hitting is very, very high too. And then modes like this just encourage people to go tanky. That was a bit. Look at that whip. How much health did I have? Deep breath, 8k, 12k, 15,000 damage at once. Auto spell, that's fine, mate. It just feels like you need to have an insane amount of damage to be able to burst people. Oh, look at that, it's back at full health already. There. I think with the healing, the easiest thing would be. I think the easiest thing to do would be to make healing scale of like healing done, and just take it away from damage. Because the issue is, as you push your damage, your healing goes up, and that's the problem. Oh, it's that stupid tanky guy. I didn't mean to do that. They're about to fall off. Hit with like, is it 20k damage there? And fell off in like one button, maybe two buttons. I don't even think it should be VQ as cross healing. I think the easiest thing to do would be to make it so that all heals are basically 50% weaker than they are now, yeah? So every heal has like a base heal amount. I have no issues with people. That was a good roll to swim. Was that leap again? How much is the leap? That was 6k. Whip 8. Yeah, I think you need to use. I think I'd have to change fire for like Red Mountain, maybe. Like, this is ridiculous. Yes, 900k damage. I can't get over how many DKs are in that match. Like, so many DKs. That's... Yeah, this event thing is awful. That is so bad. I am not a fan because it's just made everybody go uber tanky. Oh, it is 1:15 here, which I do need to go to bed in a sec. You went to fight though, didn't you? Yeah, oh, he's in BGs. I'll go in a sec. If you are in a relic and you're going to like pick it up, you can be interrupted, but there's no cooldown on how often you can pick it up. So, yeah, that's the issue. I think the big problem is that healing scales with damage. Like, I agree, on a Nightblade, I should not be having 15,000 tooltips on my heal as a damage dealer. Like, that is really, really high. And you see in the match, we get like 10,000 heals with one button if it crits, which is a lot of healing. And you add that where like damage dealers have that if they build right. And then you add that there's cross healing on top of that, and there's things like undeath, which makes people tanky when they're low health. It's no wonder why people aren't dying. You know, they take very little damage when they're low health. They can heal significantly higher than the damage that comes in, especially in a 1v1. And so you're left in this really weird dynamic where unless you run an execute and you can get it consistently and they don't heal or block heal, it's hard to confirm a kill. And you saw that in the last match. That, you know, when I was fighting the DKs, I could get them low health and then they block heal and they're back to half health with one button. And then my damage is like completely gone because I don't have the execute scaling. Oh yeah, especially it's for trolls, even with corrosive. I think wardens are annoying as well. I think wardens are annoying because they stun you when they heal.
You know how long I've been looking for you.
And I think healing just across the board needs changing. Like, there's no reason why you can't just basically make every heal have a base amount. And then if you want to make that higher, you have to use sets that like I found you one. If you look at the dungeon set, where is it? One of these. Banner shard sells it. There it is. If you look at this, healing taken, yeah, and there's healing done. So some sets have healing taken, some sets have healing done. All they need to do is reduce all the base heals by 50% and then buff the healing done massively. Now buff it massively. So if you run 2 5-piece healer sets, you have healing that is as good as now, if not better. But then because you run healer sets, you don't have damage. So you're focusing on healing, which in PvE, it makes no difference. You give the 5-piece buff here as a utility buff for the group, like there's this set in the Cracklawn Trials. I forgot his name now, but when you do a heavy attack, you put minor vulnerability on them. Things like that. Healing done, healing done, healing done. And then you have, when you heavy attack someone, they get a debuff, or when you heal someone with a heal over time, they get a damage increase, like Powerful Assault. That would make healing much more purposeful, I think, in my opinion. You just have a base amount of healing that you need for Overland. So if you're in Overland, you got all the base heals, which you can probably get away with like a 50% nerf across the board. But that's what I'll do to fix the healing. And then I would, in all honesty, get rid of Undeath. It is way too strong for what it does. Like, this should go. I use it on all my classes and it should go. Because this again makes people tankier. So I would say change this completely. And maybe have it that when you are fed, the higher your stage, the less damage you take overall. But we'll have like some kind of mechanic that isn't based on missing health, it's just always active, so you don't get super tanky when you're low. Splezza says he doesn't run Vampire, should I? I would. I run it on every single class. But this is a problem. The healing is a problem. And then the other issue you have is that the more you spec into damage, you get diminishing returns. So if you get say a 10k tooltip on this, if it's fully buffed, I hit the target and I lose half of that damage because of Battle Spirit, and lose some more because of armor. So it's about 60% of that damage is actually going through. Sorry, 40% of that damage is going through. Now 40% of 10,000 is obviously 4,000. If I had 20,000, bear in mind I've lost 6,000, I'd be losing 12,000 damage. And it does scale up, but it just means that it becomes less and less purposeful because percent for defense is better. And is why people will stack defense, because it is much more like impactful gameplay wise. Beyond a certain point, damage just doesn't help. Splezza says he feels that he's worse as a vampire. As a vampire, you just need a bit more sustain if that's the issue. But I would choose a vampire on my DK, which I have already got a bite for, and it is literally just for this. This is a defensive set in a passive, but that's how good it is. The damage shouldn't be any worse, but there's nothing here that changes your damage. Frank G goes, Battlegrounds event, capture the relic only. Trolling intensifies. Yeah, 100%. I think your damage might be feeling worse, Splezza, because you're not sustaining. And then, you know, being under Vampire, you often have to combo rather than spam skills. See if are you still in your BG? I think it'd be out right now. Kev says he prefers Werewolf. Yeah, Werewolf is good. I don't mind Werewolf as much because it's more active skills, like you are actually doing stuff. It's still annoying to fight because the heal is very, very good. One more capture, okay. But yeah, this PvP event is awful. It is just, as Frank's gonna go, it's just trolling. Like, there's just so many people just going tanky, and there's no reason why not to. Well, yeah, we're just waiting for as Pleasure's going, there's no reward for it either, it's just AP, which is pointless. Well, not last bit, but I've just added that. And yeah, there is no reward for this. I think if they put the first one as deathmatch, I think people would have actually gone, yeah, this is great. I think the AP is pointless though, because the AP doesn't do anything, in all honesty, for PvP players. They have tons of it anyway, because they do PvP all the time. PvE players, they don't get anything they need from PvP often, if at all. And if they do need something from PvP, they just buy it with gold, because doing PvE actually makes money. Whereas PvP is just a gold sink. Like, you spend potions, you spend food, and you don't get much money back from reward boxes. So you have to like wait for those gold rings and hold on to them for a couple of weeks to try and get the money back. Yeah, Sage said he's got 14 million AP and he doesn't need more. I think they would have just been better, as I said earlier, giving people endeavours. So when you open the reward box, you get like a geode or something that gives you some of these. And it doesn't need to be loads, like 5. And it could happen every 2, 3 or 4 battlegrounds, or every time you win the battleground you get a geode, or every 3 wins you get 1 geode, something like that. But just a little trickle, just enough to encourage people to do this. And then you also have the chests give you materials. because I think you need something that's kind of tangible right now, which is obviously the materials, because they're worth money. They can be used for whatever you want. You know, you can upgrade armors with them. You can upgrade items. You can make items. Like, just have the upgrade temps and stuff, and have it like you got the Battlegrounds material coffer or something, and you always get like one green one. You get a 50% chance of blue, a 10% chance of a purple, and a 1% chance of a gold item. And you can get that like every 2 battlegrounds, so you get it quite frequently. But you get that chance to get those materials. So it's like, okay, I want to do this for materials. And if you add on the every 5 battlegrounds, you get some endeavors. You know, you've got the long-term reward, and you've got the short-term materials coming in constantly. And Kev saying that's why he does the he'd rather do a card game than a daily dungeon. Yeah, it's materials and stuff. Splezza says he's ready. We eat some food. If you come to where I am, then that. On a side note, I've been playing this other game recently called I think it's the Wandering Village, something like that. The Wandering Tribe. It's pretty cool actually. It's like a city builder game, but where you have to like keep your people alive, and you get like world events and stuff. So if you want something just a bit casual, that's actually quite fun. You know, I'll link it in chat. The Wandering Village it's called. Really good. Really good. Like if you just want something to pass some time and not to take seriously, have a look at that. It's on PC. It doesn't need much computer power to run, but it's quite a silly little game. And yeah, I just think it's an interesting type that you can do. Just like chill out, not have to really think, get kind of too stressed, but whilst also having to kind of, there is strategy and sort of stuff to it. Sage said he's been playing Chivalry 2, sorry. I haven't played the Chivalry games. I used to love Age of Empires. Like I know that's like back in the day when that was, I used to really enjoy Age of Empires as a kid. The Village one is a single player game. You look like a necromancer, by the way, with those swords. Like every time I see you, you look like a necro. So that was a big whip there. I need more mag sustain. Corrosive again. Yeah, it's just corrosive spam. That is like so much cheese in a build, that is. So much cheese. The chain pull, if you're unaware, that's free to cast if they can't be pulled. And it does spammable damage. And it gives movement speed. But corrosive gives you the pen though. It's the penetration that makes you take no damage. That's what's good about corrosive. I need more mag sustain on this, by the way. Handy TRS 80. Why is that not proccing? See, that's corrosive. That isn't corrosive. 917 you hit him for. Stupid. I hate corrosive. Isn't corrosive again. Look, you can tell when you hit him for like 900 damage. See that this is why DK's busted. You'll see that his health bar, you get him to like execute range. Isn't corrosive again, so we have to move away. Yeah, corrosive again. You can see it's green. So that is why I don't like DKs. Because you get no time to burst. Change it to leap. And you'll see how much, and it's... corrosive armor. You glow green, Splezer. It's really obvious. The corrosive isn't what does the damage. It makes you get pen. You got a 12,000 whip. DK ults are very good. Leap's good. I'd say Leap's very strong. But the reason why corrosive is very good is because it's damage reduction and it's damage. Because you can just get like a massive amount of damage. You know, landing 12k whips is a lot of damage. Oh, that 15k burst still, mad. Did you see how much your damage is like a lot weaker? It takes a lot longer to get the burst up. A lot longer. If you look at the whip difference though, 7k, that was your crits. 30 is 12,200, and that's the difference that corrosive does. So your leap was hitting for like 7k. It's not huge, but corrosive just makes all your damage hits so much harder. This is good, by the way, because it's a free damage skill here, so you can just drop all your sustain and spam this, which obviously I notice you're doing. But you can see like how much damage you lose just by not having corrosive. Like it's 3,600 max versus 5,100, and that's what corrosive does. For this, I should use Vigor, by the way. Let me put Vigor on. Our DKs are mad this patch. So look, so that 3,400 it does, that little claw thing. 3,300. So his claw thing does almost as much as his whip, but it's free to cast. It's put corrosive on, yes. And yeah, I think corrosive is just very good, but you have to get them that off. Get them when it's off. Oh, awesome Tate. Yeah, I've been having issues with that, and I don't know why, and it's bugging me. If you can keep your thing on. I'm going to use this instead. Thinking that I'm just skilled. I think DK just it's got a lot of, especially in a duel situation. In a one-on-one, is very good. Big burst deal, great crowd control, good burst. Corrosive makes them really hard to just die with it. Isn't corrosive, there you go. But when they're corrosive, it's just pointless hitting them. Corrosive. Let's move away from that. Oh, it's corrosive up again. Like, honestly, Sage said he's done a BG with 7 DKs in it. That's corrosive again, by the way. When you hit him for 917, you know that's when corrosive is up. That's how often he's getting this up. There's a corrosive up again. But you... That burst have saved his life there. There's another corrosive there. Oh, that freaking... Look at his burst still. Don't know if you saw that there. I don't know how many corrosives he's had, but that's... Oh, he's open someone with Bloodspawn and Blessing of Potentes. So he's an alt gem build on. Another corrosive. And you keep saying like Oaken isn't DK isn't like busted. I got some lag there. That was some mad lag. But you have to get burst like that, and that is the difference between like experience and not. And like you can land combos, but you have like 5 seconds at most to land it. I stunned you, then hit you with a execute, and it all critted, which is what killed you. That's bad though. I had lag as well. Like you would see where I wasn't there, just I stand still. But yeah, DK is just mad. There's his first corrosive. Okay, you have to wait for the combo. But as soon as corrosives are up, I just can't do that to him. Oh, my bow uncharged itself. That's so unfortunate, that was. With Vigor though, I can survive a lot longer because I can use my Magicka for damage. Bethesda's going hold up. But like, I'm really having to try and catch you when you're not in corrosive, which is really, really hard. I'm gonna change some skills around. I think the skills you're using are pretty solid, I'm not gonna lie. Shattering Rock heals you when I damage you. Stuns me. You got Whip, which is less damage. That's another corrosive that is there. The James Webb Telescope is cool as hell. Funny as how corrosive. $6k. Now those whips aren't even stacked either. That's mad. The breath didn't do massive amount. I found the chain spam more annoying to fight against, in all honesty. Out of the two. But I think the issue is if I don't catch you when the corrosive is down, I won't be able to get to you. But it's still ain't freaking corrosive. Literally, It was just like corrosive the entire fight. Going from one corrosive into the next. Do you mind sending your combat metrics? Because I know you have it. I'm curious to see what is your buff uptime in that last fight. It says on the right. I want to see what your corrosive uptime was. Brooks says weapon. Do /CMX like that, and then you load up this bit, and you want to go to on the right side buffs. If you push the Windows, hold the Windows key, Shift, and push S, it opens the snipping tool. You can take a picture, and then just paste it on Discord. But your corrosive felt like it was up an awful lot, that last fight. Kev's going 85%. It's something like that, it is. How long was that fight? That fight was 42 seconds. That gives me... What's 15% of 42? I'm trying to fight. That's his corrosive, that's one corrosive already. So his corrosive went down a couple of seconds ago. It's back up again. Is corrosive ready? Yeah, 9k whip. But yeah, DK ults are just very good. Procs like corrosive plus vigor, just forget about it. It really is. It's, as soon as corrosive's up, you just... It's such a good ult. As I play Nightblade relatively well. And it's really hard to find that 5-10 second window where you've got your ult ready, you've got your bow ready, you've got enough damage to go, and they haven't got a heal on them. And that's what I'm having to line up. If you've got vigor, I can't kill you. As soon as that's on, I won't be able to burst you. That's 11k whip that was. That obviously had corrosive up there, you can see that. 11k whip with a 6k whip. That's 17,000 damage in 2 seconds. Oh, that's literally what I'm having to do, Kev. There it was. So it spreads a corrosive. You might not realise it because you have it on so often. But that was the last fight and it's on my death sheet. So it was definitely on there. The way to tell, and if you stand still a second, it's like it was really obvious. So... Well, that's mad lag there. So when I hit you for like 4k, I know you don't have it on. But as soon as I hit you for 900. I know you got corrosive on instantly because that's what it caps the damage to. So as soon as I know that I hit you for like 927, I think it is, I know corrosive's up, so I stop attacking because it's pointless. The thing is that I hit hard but I'm squishy. You hit hard but you're tanky. That's the problem. The sacrifice is that I am very fragile. I have 17k armor. And I can't mitigate the damage to 3%. So there's corrosive there, so he's in corrosive already. Corrosive again. So it's 917 is what you hit him for. That's how you can tell. And that's corrosive gone. But your spammer balls hit me for 6k each time, by the way, when it crits. Mine's it's up again. I think, unfortunately, my thing's gone and gone. That's so annoying, that is. That thing's so annoying. That has done that. I was logging back in. But yeah, what's your thoughts on the corrosive guys? I'm in the same boat as Pleasure. Devil's going 12k spec boat isn't hard. Yeah, no, I fit people for 20k plus spec bow. Yeah. It's really not. Oh yeah, I did, but I'm killing Splazer and it's quite fun. So he's like, you say you need to go to bed like 2 hours ago. Like, yeah. That's my damage caused. That move is a combo, Splazer. I'm landing 4 hits at you. I'm landing a concealed weapon with a heavy attack with Way of the Fire, with Incap and Assassin's Scourge, and I'm doing Killer's Blade. I'm doing all of that to do about 15 to 20,000 damage. You do whip with which is like 11,000 with one whip. It's just like ridiculous. It's like Fossilized whip, that's 11,000 health gone. I will have to do one more and then shoot off. This is corrosive. I was thinking he hasn't used his corrosive in a while. Is he going to try and fight without it? But no. Run away! I was getting ready to do the combo. I want to get one proper fight in. Corrosive is up. That is corrosive again. That burst still there. Oh, almost got him. That was a big whip there. That was. Another corrosive up. Yeah, I think you ran out of stam though, or you didn't CC very quick enough. You had a big whip there. How much is that whip? Oh, you had a 12,000 whip. 12,800 whip. That's mad. That's your average whip was 5,600. Your unrelenting chain thing, 117,000 damage just by spamming it. Oh. But yeah, my assassin scale is 9.6k, 6.3k. I need to go, Splezzer. It's been good, Jordan. We've had some matches where you got me, a few where I got you with when you had corrosive off, so you know it was good. I do need to call it there. I'm going to put a quick link in the chat for the Discord. So if you have any questions with builds and stuff, obviously do shout and message in Discord. I'll do my best to obviously reply as best I can. Details are there. Also, if you want to obviously support myself and all that good stuff, best way to do so is actually on Patreon. That really, really helps. Alternatively, you can just support on the stream at the bottom. But yeah, I need to shoot because it's 2 in the morning. So I'm going to catch you next video. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care and bye.